Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your continued support to our channel. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a cold war going on in Mount Kenya after Gachagua impeachment. And the political scenes from Mount Kenya, even today alone, will tell you that the aftermath of Rigathi impeachment is one that William Ruto must find a way of dealing with. Just today alone, after the chaotic scenes that were witnessed in Limuru when goons were unleashed on Gachagua so that he would not speak, and many people calling for Gachagua to restrain himself from going to public places, including churches and burials, Rigathi decided to play into their game, but at the same time beat them in their own game. He delivered an impromptu phone call and delivered his condolence message, and the crowd went wild with cheers and jitters. Then today again, Rigathi allies who was summoned by the DCI decided to obey that summon because Karimu Thangwa was summoned in Nyeri. Others were summoned in Nairobi because they were saying Karimu Thangwa and the group are the first suspects in what happened in Limuru. So they obeyed that summon and they stormed Nyeri. They were accompanied with very many leaders, including lawyer Ndegwanjiro. Now, after the meeting with the police of the DCI, they held an impromptu rally. And the police, some rogue police acting on stray orders, tried to block them from speaking to their people. And it turned chaotic. It turned into anti-Ruto protest. Ruto must go. Very unnecessary. Now, again, on the same day, there was a funeral that was taking place in a place called Chiga. Those who come from that area know what I mean. So people came to mourn and to attend the burial ceremony there. As always, leaders also decided to join with the mourners to bring their condolence messages. Now, an area MCA in that very Chinga ward also decided to be there. I think he was testing waters, or he was very genuine. He wanted to be part of the mourners. To his utter shock, people walked out on him. People left him alone. The event was going on well until when this leader arrived. And you know what people decided to do? They decided to walk away. We've seen Mount Kenya after impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, they decided not to go to the streets. They knew very well this would invite very unnecessarily the presence of the police. They would be killed. They would be maimed. They would also destroy their own property. So what did they do? They decided to keep cool. And Rigathi told them, keep cool, keep peace. But they are now dealing with their leaders. It is like it is an internal affair. Leaders being heckled, booed, they walk away from them. Kindly take a look at the humiliation that this area MCA got.
Watu washika wa MCA washika ameingia, kila mtu ametoka. Mshamani no aharaga na MCA washika na kinya huko ni kagisha na andu ni manege na mayathie MCA ni akinya andu washika maraka na nikirona ni kwanege no igena ni MCA wa kinya andu matiga guthie twambiria mshamani wa MCA
Please,
mucemanio no arĩkia ũkĩharagana thutha wa MCA wa Shiga kĩrũga thuku nĩ akinya Ooko factory andũ nĩ marakara makikiuga MCA ndakwaria gũkũ na gũkũ nĩ Rigathi factory gũkũ nĩ mũcemanio uma wa AGM andũ makirakara mainũka nĩkĩ gĩatũma andũ marakare ũguo maitũ we Muthuri oka Rigathi factory andũ mũcemanio no wakĩharagana thutha wa kĩrũga wa thuku kũingĩra andũ a Shiga mauga matikwenda kũigua MCA wa Shiga akĩaria nĩkĩo kwaharagana mũcemanio tathirĩte thutha wa MCA gũkĩingĩra.
You may think that this is trivial, but William Ruto has got a lot of headache because they are currently planning a development tour in Nyeri, in the entire Mount Kenya region, to hoodwink and try and salvage the situation after they impeached Rigathi Gachagua. Sources indicate that they don't know what to do because the intelligence report that they receive is that things are not normal there. This tour is also meant to coincide with the homecoming party of Kithure Kindiki, who was recently appointed as a deputy president. Now, William Ruto is trying to calculate 1, 2, 3 things, and things are not working out for him because all those leaders who supported Rigathi's impeachment, they feel they are traitors. They feel they betrayed the community. Because when public participation was conducted, yes, in other regions like Nyanza, they gave their leaders the green light to go and impeach Rigathi Gachagua because of the enmity that was there between Rigathi and the leaders. Remember how Rigathi was saying that he had set traps. So they felt Rigathi should be impeached. But in Central, in Mount Kenya, the electorates made it very categorical, very explicit that their leaders should have not impeached Rigathi Gachagua. And so when they went against it and they decided to please William Ruto, they are now back on the ground and things are not working for them. I don't know what William Ruto is going to do when they decide to organize for this homecoming party for Kithure Kindiki. You see what happened in Embu. Embu is Mount Kenya East. They thought that Embu, Tharaka Nithi, Meru would accept Kithure Kindiki and at the same time reject Rigathi Gachagua. But during that consecration ceremony of that bishop, they were humiliated and they are back to factory settings. They don't know what to do. You've seen leaders being heckled. In Nyeri, they have started collecting some signatures to recall their member of parliament. And this is in tandem to what the church was encouraging. The church was saying that they want the judiciary to ensure that they speed up the process of setting up commissioners of the IEBC. And they are urging Kenyans to ensure that leaders who are not working in accordance to how they want, because democracy demands that it is a government of the people, for the people, by the people. Leaders who do not want to toe the line, because the church was saying, we are not servants, but the leaders who are being paid by taxpayers' money are our servants. And they're saying they should be recalled. So, ladies and gentlemen, such scenes are really giving William Ruto some sleepless nights, because as a president, after that impeachment, it seems they did not have an aftermath plan. Mount Kenya is gone. We continue to say this. The train has left. There is no amount of intimidation that will deter them. And there are leaders in Mount Kenya today who have signed their political obituaries. And I have a feeling, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that leading the list is none other than Kimani Ichung'wah, who is the majority leader. Come 2027, people like Kimani Ichung'wah, I believe they will be beaten. Someone was telling me that Kimani might not even try to seek for re-election because he has lost touch with the people. Murima imeamua. Murima feels betrayed. And I like the way they are doing it. Anytime a leader who supported the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua is seen around, three things. Either they walk away, you're given a cold reception, or they will heckle and boo you. When worst come to the worst, you will even be chased. From where William Ruto is, he understands. Rigathi Gachagua warned that before you undertake the impeachment of your deputy president, can you ask your people? Do you know that there are senators, in fact, all the senators from, is it Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Nyandarua, all the counties within Mount Kenya decided to vote to save Rigathi Gachagua, so that even if the other leaders voted to send him home, they are safe. By the end of the day, you owe allegiance to the people who elected you, not to William Samoei Ruto. Come 2027, these people are banking on the fact that William Ruto might be re-elected. And so they will be given some ministerial posts, they can head some parastatals, they can be ambassadors, but how many of them can Ruto accommodate? Because if William Ruto forms another alliance with Raila, Joho, Paranya, all those people, it is going to be very competitive and they might lose out on such positions. But in the event that William Ruto is voted out, what will they do? That is the time they will realize that it is good to stick to the people who elected you. It is good to ask them what to do. The culture of overlooking and overriding what your people tell you has haunted this nation. The other day you saw Joho and Junet Mohammed reading a riot act to Kenyans. And Junet was saying that this culture of public participation is slowing down and it is a kind of sabotage to the president when he wants to implement his agenda. So you wonder, if a president wants to implement an agenda, he wants to implement it on behalf of Kenyans. Why is it becoming a problem if Kenyans want you to ask them? Because that is in the constitution. So ladies and gentlemen, those members of parliament who supported Rigathi's impeachment have signed their political obituary. Murima is gone. Rigathi still remains the Mount Kenya spokesperson, if you ask me. And I know according to the constitution, he might not vie, but he will have a voice. He will determine. He will say, whoever he will say Tosha. If he says Kalonzo Tosha, it will be a Tosha moment and people are waiting for his direction. Because Mount Kenya will turn towards Murima and they will speak with one voice. I don't know what to think, but those scenes are not very good for William Samoei Ruto.